We're live. It looks like this. Oh, I feel like I'm looking the wrong direction now. Bollocks. That's okay. That is okay. We'll figure it out. Why is... Let's go there. Yeah, that's what I thought. We are there. Oh, man. Here we are. Trying out the new capture card and everything. It's almost surreal. I am here with my buddy Jake. Jake, go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hello, fans. How are you?
Well done, well done. Hang on one second. I'm checking our audio. Because I don't know. Are we dead in the water for audio? No, we're not. We're okay. All right. So, Jake, tell us what we're going to be working on tonight.
So, this week is the second stage of this season's Manhunt under 2. We've got to do a number of activities in order to unlock the main Manhunt target. But prior to that, I actually had lined up just a random bounty that we can do. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Okay, hang on one second. That is so interesting. Okay, hang on one second. I'm going to do controller. It is controller headset. So what's interesting is that on the stream, it's coming in as a there's like a slight echo, like you're coming in from two sources.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's happening.
Is there any possibility of your mic picking up the audio?
No, there's no possibility of that.
That's just annoying.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the second source could be. So you sound like all echoey. I sound straight up.
Hey, you sound fine.
Yeah. Hey, we got 5 viewers and everything. Guys, just so you know, we are doing a tech test tonight, trying to figure out... I got a new capture card, got a new setup, and one of the things I love doing when I'm not on stream is playing Division 2 with my buddy Jake. Huh. I'm trying to figure out where the second source is coming from for you. Let me think about that for a second. What if I... Jake, go ahead and tell me an interesting story.
An interesting story. Well, I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot today. So last week I
think I figured it out, by the way.
Brother's... Oh, did you? Do you want me to continue the story?
Yeah, okay, so what it was is that my desktop audio was getting captured at the same time, and the desktop audio includes the capture card audio.
Well, there you go.
All right, good deal. I'm going to go ahead and take my ear out of my tablet for a second. All right, good deal. All right, I'm sorry. So tell me about your brother-in-law's wedding.
My brother-in-law's wedding?
I don't know. I only caught part of it. I was listening to too many things at once. Is it your brother's wedding?
It was my brother's birthday.
That's what I said. That's... Okay, your brother's birthday. I'm a terrible friend. I'm sorry.
So it was my brother's birthday and my cousin's wedding. And on my cousin's wedding registry, she had a whisk. And my brother's like, "Why would you ask for a whisk? She has to already have a whisk." She's like, 30-something-year-old woman who already has a whisk. And he told this to my mom, and like when I showed up for the wedding, and my mom's like, "What'd you get him?" I said, "Oh, they have this whisk off the registry." And my mom just laughs. So for my brother's birthday, I bought him the same whisk. Only like I had the real gift like in another box. So when we had his birthday party, I like presented it. Here's your gift, and he's like, "Oh, great, a whisk." And I'm like, "Do you like it?" He's like, "I love it." I'm like, "No, you don't. Here's your real present."
No, you don't. No one
He's
likes
like,
a
"Mom told me he
whisk.
thought this whisk was silly." Well, here's the thing. He already has a whisk too. Everyone has a whisk, right? Like if you cook, you have a whisk.
If you cook, you have a whisk. Let me take cover here with you. Right now, I'm
What's
running...
your build?
Holy smokes, I happen to have my Hunter's Fury build on right now, but that's just because I was... Why do I have my Hunter's Fury? Wait a minute. What character am I? Oh, I'm not the right character. I'm a dude. Okay, BRB. Well, in all the times that I dropped the controller trying to set up my stream rig tonight, I accidentally selected my main.
Character.
So, for those of you who don't know, because I haven't ever actually streamed Division 2 before, Jake and I have been playing this game pretty much since it launched. I think since launch. And so we have our main, which we made a couple of male characters. That's, that's what we're like comfortable with. That's what we understand. It was just a way for us to connect with the game. But then, as we hit endgame and we played it too much, we got kind of bored with it. We got bored with Division 2, or we kind of like lost our goals. And then we started playing some other games, and we just didn't find the same joy at all in what we were doing. And so we decided, you know what? Let's do Division 2 again. Let's just do it with new characters. And so we ended up making female characters, both of us did, without consulting one another before we did it. And we ran those characters up from 0 to where they are today. We have certain rules, which are if something is in use in a build on your main character, then you cannot use that item on your newest character. You have to find a duplicate and use that instead. So we have been building our characters to the best of our ability over time. Okay, cool. Skippy, skippy, skippy. And then... Now, it is also time for the weekly Manhunt. They've released certain story elements in seasons, and we are currently in season 10. 10, right? 10? Not 11? 10?
10.
And so now we're doing the second of 4 parts of the Manhunt. Oh, let me see. That is join group. Oh, look at that. Hello, sir. How are you? How's it going, TCB Day? It's going pretty awesome. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Yeah, it's a MOBA classic. It was one way to breathe new life into an old game. And the cool thing, though, I think my favorite part, and I won't speak for Jake on this, but I would assume, I think he and I are very much of a similar mind. We know how each other plays. We have a shorthand when we communicate with each other, and we know how to, like, depend upon each other. It's not like we never go down. We do, but we have a great synergy. Wouldn't you say, Jake?
I would agree 100% with everything you just said.
Okay, it looks like you've got long reach.
Gun.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to get up close and personal?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Working on it now. I'm running a crit build that allows me to flag and spread crit damage between multiple targets, along with an exotic AR that has 3 different perks depending on where I shoot the enemy X number of times.
Is everybody down there with you?
They were, yeah. And now there are a whole lot of dead.
Oh, so we're done with this stage?
I think so. Oh, yeah, neutralize target. Yep. Hey, you know what? If you got 2 kills, you did great.
I did. I don't know how many kills there were in this stage.
I believe you. Oh, that's right. We have to push forward, don't we?
Yep, forward to the door.
That's good to hear, and this run sounds pretty cool. Thank you. Okay, we are up top. I always have to, like, remind myself how to navigate this stupid place. This way. Jake, his superpower is that he has, like, a near-eidetic memory for navigation in a video game. Oh, let's get that hot ammo. Thank you very much. For those who don't know, hot ammo augments your standard ammo, gives you special, like, status effects that you can apply to targets on hit.
This one was explosive rounds.
Indeed it was. Let's see. Oh, that's right, I switched weapons, so my hexes are clear. Woo. Okay, shield up. Reloading. Ooh, shield down. Pulsing plating.
Play out. Get you a little cover or a little.
Thank you very much.
I got you.
Ooh, I got tased and I got beaten with a baton. Don't worry.
I thought I had you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was in a sticky situation and I couldn't get out of it. Coming to you.
Uh-oh. Oh, good. They went after my decoy. That's what it's for. Uh-oh, incoming.
My favorite. So, MOBA, my absolute favorite part of this game is the co-op nature. Like, a lot of people like the PvP. I find the PvP to be utterly frustrating and toxic. But a lot of people, they love that challenge. It's just their style of game. I'm from a different generation of gamers, and so I'm just a little different in that regard. But I think, especially if you have a friend to play with, or if you have us to play with, I think you would really enjoy playing this game. I'm going to push forward slightly left.
Yep. New decoy out, going front right.
Oh, RC on you. There we go.
Thank you.
I've got double damage hex. Oh man, that shield. Oh, that's our target. That's why. Pushing forward slight. Going shield. If I could just spread some crits too, that'd be... Oh, nicely done with the fire. Oh, look at that. He's a lot dead. Pulsing. Oh, there's the RC operator. Nade going out. Nade out on her pause. And just like that, we won. Big talk for someone who went down immediately. Okay, almost a God Roll UG chest. I'll take that. And yeah, I'll take that. Look at that later. Oh, by the way, it's Shar. Hey, how's it going, Shar? Oh my gosh, how you doing? I haven't seen you since graduation. Which was like a few weeks ago. Nothing, not that long ago. Time to find him. Say hi. Heck yeah, say hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. I love it. You guys are awesome. How are things going for you? We'll see if they hung around the stream long enough to answer that question. All right, let's see. I do have some special ammo. Is there someone worth tagging? How about that medic? I'm going to spread some crits. Oh, yeah, give me some shields. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. I saw you take that headshot through the shield. Reloading.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
As well it should be. I'm going to spread that crit joy. Shielding up myself.
Decoy out.
Thank you.
Hopefully he'll... Yep, he's going after the decoy now. What a dummy.
My favorite kind of dummy.
Nade on his paws.
Nicely done. And just like that, your headhunting saves the day. I'm trying to get that... frickin' Romero. Oh wait, there's an RC up here with us. Of course it went for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm out of medkits. Hopefully I won't die.
Oh, how's it going, Knight? Is the mayor? I gotta get better at reading screen names. Okay, dropping my shield, pushing forward.
The
It's got an RC coming.
RC operator, yeah, the RC operator's back there. Thank you for flushing him out.
Oh, incoming. Watch up top. Or are they outside? Oh no, there is someone in there. Pulsing.
They're just spawning.
Yeah, they are. Wow. I need to fall back. Woo! Shields up. I'm in trouble.
No, you're not.
Thank you. I'm down. Gosh dang it. So I love this build for the crit spread, but it is a squishier build because it's more offense than defense.
I can't get out there because I'm out of armor.
Sarah, how are you doing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely look at it, MOBA Classic. I would love to get more people involved in this game, especially because Heartland is coming out in the not-too-distant future, and Heartland is going to be a free-to-play blast.
Right there, I can come to you.
You got it. Stemming the bleed. Travia, how you doing?
Uh-oh.
Woo! I'm gonna play it up. Man, maybe I should go for the long gun build again. I'm not sure. Spread some crits. I do love my crits. I love my crits. Reloading. Tell me you're running a gunner build. You are not. You're running a sniper build. Because yep. I am mad low on bullets. There's some double damage. Pulsing.
Trying to break that guy's helmet.
You did a great job.
Get it? One more shot.
Just like that.
Got him.
Nicely done. I was trying to get some crits on her, but now it doesn't matter because there's no other crit targets. I'm going to push forward with shotgun.
I missed the grenade.
Ah, but you didn't miss her with the rifle. Nicely done, nicely done.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
Well, that was pretty
Blind Def
happy.
Resist. Skill Haste, I'll take a look at those. Let's see, what's going on in the chat? Oh my gosh. Knight is the mayor. I'm sorry that you are both sick and tired. I totally understand. Poor Knight. Knight is the mayor. Let's see. Nice. Alright.
Popping various lootables.
Yeah, we got some lootables up top. There's also some smalls down here. Take that. Look at that later. Wow, it targeted loot as mods. Skill mods.
Oh, nice.
Deflector damage, drone armor repair. Break that down. I don't need that. Grabbing the smalls. I also really like this. I like this game for the context and the story. Remember that Division 1 came out before the pandemic, and Division 1 is very much like what would happen in the pandemic if the pandemic was the result of a domestic terrorist attack. And I realize that, like, we're kind of, to a certain degree, we're burnt out on pandemic stuff. I get that, but it was kind of awesome to live the story before it happened in real life, and then when it happened in real life, and then to revisit Div 1, which Jake and I have done, to revisit Div 1 after we got through Div 2, it was very interesting to see how a fictional story and the way that they studied it and you know, the protocols people would take, it was interesting to see how that dovetailed with reality so very easily.
Yeah. I read a really fascinating article by a ER physician who played Div 2 during the pandemic when he was, like, not being worked to death. And he found it very cathartic to be able to go out and actively, like, harm people who were taking advantage of the pandemic in this game.
Oh my gosh.
He felt so hopeless in his efforts when his hospital had every bed full. Fascinating.
Let's see what's next in the Manhunt, and there's some commentary and some questions in the chat that we need to answer.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 times.
To answer your question, what's next in the Manhunt is we need to go down to
Electric
Federal
Cabinet.
Triangle.
Federal Triangle. Okay.
We can do. There's a control point. There's a territory control. There's a public execution.
And there's also a rescue op on mine.
Oh yes, that's right. There's a rescue op.
All right, so let's grab this over here. Now, Travia, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but it's Trav J.A., so I'm going to go with the German pronunciation, Travia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a chat full of former students also, because all four of you, and those who were on here previously, the other three who were on here previously, are the only people who on a Tuesday night at random with no warning would jump into my stream. So totally cool. Love having you guys here. It's actually one of my favorite things about streaming is just bumping into old, llamas that I used to know. And there was a question. I want to give this question to... oh, yeah, sorry about that. My microphone is on my is attached to my laptop right now, and so it picked up my keyboard tapping. Sorry about that. The question they have is, any upcoming game releases you're looking forward to? And the answer is yes.
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2 for PS5. So I'm playing on a PS5, and so is Jake. Federal Triangle. Where's that on the map again? I always forget.
I just traveled there.
There you are. I'm coming to you. Modern Warfare 2 for PS5. That's one that I've talked Jake into because, again, we like the co-op aspect. And he's never played the reboot of... it's not technically a reboot, I know. But he hasn't played the newest Modern Warfare 1. And I talked him into getting that. And then when that happened, they released a new season for Div 2, and we've been doing that instead. But I really want to run Modern Warfare with him on the co-op side so we can run... so we can practice tactical maneuvers and communications. And Modern Warfare 2 is coming out in the not terribly distant... Actually, this month. Comes out late this month. Anything else on your hit list, Jake?
I've recently heard very good things about Hades Town.
Of which
we need
game?
to get into that. Hades Town.
Oh, Hades Town. That's something I heard of recently, but I don't know very much about it. What do you know about it?
I hear it's a roguelike. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to Hades.
Yeah.
Which I played over 200 hours last year.
Yes, you did.
So I'm looking forward to trying another such experience.
Public execution is north of our paws.
Okay, let's go.
And I'm tempted, you know what? If you're okay with it, I'm tempted to switch my build.
Oh, by all means.
That's a
Always
heavier
okay.
damage crit build, but... Heartbreaker, Judge Dredd. I kind of want to go with Tombstone. Ooh, taking hits.
That's actually... I'm running a very similar build to that.
First
But
of
I
all...
can change if you want to run it.
Nah, we're good. Also, I still have to work up my survivalist build. There we go. Let's see. Is Trav J. J was my grandpa and uncle's name. Gotcha. Trav J. Thank you for correcting me on that. I actually appreciate that very much. As any of my students will tell you. Ooh, that's a big boy. Put a crit flag on him. Want to kill this big boy? Because he wants to kill us.
I'm working on it.
Oh, look at that. He has an arrow. I got him right in the noggin. And so will you. And that's how you melt a big
I was actually
boy.
focusing his chest.
Oh, I popped his helmet with an arrow.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Nicely done, nicely done. And yes, I can totally understand you guys being excited for Hogwarts Legacy. That is something that my wife and I both are very excited for. We pre-ordered it. They pushed it back to February. She was sad it wouldn't be coming out in October, but her birthday's in February, so it kind of works out. Her birthday is like a week before it launches. It won't be a surprise, because we reserved it together. Hey, look at these punks. Oh, there's a machine. There's a technical. Taking cover. Pulsing.
Oh, watch. We're getting ganked.
Yeah, we are. Jeez, Benezus.
I'll work on cleaning up our 6.
I can hear an RC. Gosh dang, fall back, fall back.
I'm trying to.
Reloading. Double damage and extra crits. This is perfect. There we go. Reloading.
Nice.
Thank you for the cover on that one. There's someone back here who needs it. Oh, it's the RC. It was the RC operator, and I blew her up with her RC.
Oh, there's a Romero over there healing folks.
I see it pushing forward. Pulsing.
Incoming.
Flagged you. Flagged you. I got stuck on the environment. Oh, it's this thing. Hello. I want to proc off of this machine if you don't mind.
Oh, by all means, don't leave me
There we
alone.
go. Technicals down.
System malfunctioning.
You don't say.
System restored.
I don't like it. Shield up. Oh, I am not playing smart tonight. Look at that.
I'll come to you.
Thank you
Just
very
say-
much. I had good crit spread, though. Oh, well. He's not wrong.
There's
Made
a
me
healer
correct
up.
him. Yeah, I did. Reloading. I've got good crit spread. Killed that veteran off of
the
it.
drone.
Thank you. Elite down.
You have drones.
That's
I should
it.
Put out...
Nope.
Nope, nope.
Nope, nope, nope. Not it, not it, not it. Fall back. I've moved out of your cover. Changing cover.
Out.
Thank you. I think I need like an endless LMG on this build. I need it so bad. I'm gonna go get this punk. Reloading. There we go. I'm gonna switch to my other
I saw
shotgun.
that.
There we go.
I'm on your 6.
And just like that. Oh, sorry, I'm not playing very smart tonight. I apologize.
Okay, we just have to talk to the hostage. We're
Oh,
done.
look at that. Incoming repairs. I have 100 mods. I need to clean up. Yeah, you have to get the deluxe version of Hogwarts Legacy. Like, I say that even though I think my wife passed on it because she didn't really care about all the little knickknacks. She just wants the game. And I can understand that. Did you pick up the dropped bounty? Yay or nay?
I did not, because I thought we just wanted to focus on...
Yeah, let's focus on the manhunt.
objective.
And, you know, I mean, I love my crit build, but I think I need to switch weps. I've been avoiding
Yeah,
it.
by all means.
I think I need to do it.
Yeah,
This one...
You run whatever build you want. I've
Steady-handed
got a
and
build to
killer.
support it.
Steady-handed just lets me drill. Yeah, I'm gonna go with steady. I don't know, man. I'm torn. Sorry, folks. I am going to do a little build adjustment. White Death is always fun, but that's not going to work for this build. Do I have anything Fast and Furious? I do have the Grudge, and that does have crit stuff, but only if there's status. Preservation on a UMP 45. That could be fun. Just not a lot of reach. MP5 with up close and personal.
We have
That could be
hostiles
fun.
behind us, coming down the road.
Heard. I'm gonna try it really quick with the GR9 with steady-handed, and we'll see how it goes. Good deal. Use an elite to proc. Pushing.
Well
There
done.
we go. Right back at you. Tactical reload.
Did you decide on a build?
Yeah, so I'm still sticking with crit, but I've switched from the Chameleon to the GR9. Also, folks at home, of course, Jake and I have played this long enough that we have nicknames for, like, everything. And you'll discover those over time. The Chameleon is a reference to
Z Frank.
Z Frank. Thank you. I was going to say somebody else, and I was like, I know that's not right. But it's to Z Frank. And chameleon is infinitely cooler than saying chameleon. So, yeah. All right. What's next on the list? There is a control point. Let's go get it.
Yeah, let's go.
Another game that I'm super excited for, and I know this is like low-hanging fruit, but I've already got it pre-ordered, so it counts, is God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, God of War Ragnarok is super high on my list. I'm not one for leaks or rumors. I prefer confirmed information. But there was a recent leak today that suggested the gameplay time is around 40 hours.
Dang.
And I could not be happier. Like, that is... I love a strong single-player narrative game. I love co-op, and I love single-player narrative. I am not a fan of PvP, but I'll do it on occasion.
Bad guys in front.
Eyes on. Pulsing. Just gonna Terminator walk my way in and then put up a shield. Oh no, I put up a shield so I put away my LMG. That's okay. Rushing.
He's almost dead.
Yep, you're right. It is a long time for like playing a single player narrative. I'm not even sure it took me that long to play
enemies.
ICM. I'm not sure it even took me that long to play Last of Us 2, and I took my freaking time with Last of Us 2. Thank you.
Signs critical.
My vital signs might be
That's what I
critical.
do.
Yep, that was hot, by the way. Let's see, what else am I excited for? There's been a number of announced horror, like horror games. Callisto Protocol really has my interest. So I'm kind of excited about that one. I am curious what the RE4 remake is going to look like. I'm in... Oh, actually, do you want this position? It's a better long gun position.
I do want that position.
Do-si-do, bro. I'm going to take the low
I
truck.
don't think I've ever taken this from this position. This is nice.
Once you take your first shot, I'll pop flare.
Okay, I'm trying to find... There we go. Do
Pop.
Reinforcements en route.
Yeah, you just go ahead and drop that nade at your feet. That's cool, man.
Oh, that guy's just getting all up in your grill.
Yep. Come on, proc. What am I at? 93?
I've got the headhunting going on.
You really do. Okay, I'm going to push in.
Ha ha!
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Nope, not 6 for 6, but 7 for 6.
So for folks at home who don't know, the LMG that I'm using has a perk where if I can land 100 of the 200 rounds in the belt, then it automatically reloads and I don't have to. Combine that with my crit spread.
I'm going for that guy up high. I see him.
I'm going to use that healing bag as a proc.
It just broke.
I got to fall back or I'm going to break. Oh, dang it. I couldn't get to clear fast enough.
Agent incapacitated.
Yeah, I'll meet you halfway.
I should have popped my shield, but yeah, I should have popped my shield and gone shotgun.
I don't want to go into no man's land if I don't have to. I'm pretty spooky.
Sims 4 at 500 hours. Yeah. Sims at hundreds of hours makes total sense. Monster Hunter at hundreds of hours makes total sense. And I miss playing Monster Hunter. I've thought about going back to that just for fun or even just for stream. I love Monster Hunter. I didn't get Rise, though. I didn't get, like, the Switch title.
Whoops.
Get off our compatriots. Oops. Shield. There we go.
I'm gonna get ganked.
I'm working on it. Ah, fudge. I need a more survivable build. I might have to go Heartbreaker. Yeah, I'm working my way back.
I have to fall back hard. Nope.
Yep.
We're gonna have to wait for the NPCs to res us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stem the bleed, but they're under attack, so I don't know if they're gonna make it to us. I say one of us respawns and runs in. It's a control point. It'll still be here when we get back.
Yeah, I'm gonna respawn because I can respawn on the friendlies on the other side.
Put so many hours into MH World for sure. I know, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. As for the horror games, I'm really curious to see what games get thrown at me to play. So far, the only 2 games I've been able to play... Oh, by the way, the officer's on me. Was Phasmophobia and Labyrinth. Oh. I haven't heard of Labyrinth. Oof, mother trucker. So you know what? You're gonna die, clown. Suck it. Alright. Reloading. There we go.
Drone out.
Working my way to their shield. That was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. I do try.
Okay, their turret is down. Pulsing. I'm gonna see what I can do about elf flanking these punks. I know I'm far away, though.
That would be a great idea.
There, he's flagged. Working my way downtown, walking fast. Pushing. Almost had him.
Do you
There,
have eyes
killed
on
that
the
dude.
acid?
I do not. Let me look. You got it?
It timed out, yeah.
He just threw an acid nade at me too, I think. Come on, reloading. I got it.
Nice.
Thank you. Oh, I thought you
coming
were...
in from the same side.
You know, maybe I should be on the heavy gun because I can spread crits with it.
Ooh, maybe you should. You
Taking-
have to bump off the NPC. I don't know.
Ugh, get off it. Get tuck and roll, brother. Get out of here like Dark Souls. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Go an LMG. There's that one. There's that one. Come on. There we go. Let me see what I can do about that punk. Reloading. Didn't want to, but I had to. Thought about getting into Tarkov. I have thought about getting into Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, I'm not much of a PC player, but I think they also have it for console now, and I wouldn't mind trying it on PC. Come on, come on, come on. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Alright, let's see.
One more wave, I think.
I think you're right. I'm just getting a little squirrely out here. Pulsing. Flagged. There we go. Let's drill that guy for a second. There we go. Got my reload, so that was nice. Woo! Spread that crit love. Come on. Come on, come on. There we go.
Watch your 6.
Turned it around to my 12. I'm okay. Pulsing. I am going to get ganked, though. Plating. There we go. Turned it around again. Ooh, that was dangerous, but I got it. Okay, I'm going to fall back to you because I'm going to lose cover. There, he's flagged. Good deal. Suck it, pal. There we go. That hurts. I don't like it. Ugh, fudge. I shouldn't have tried to face tank him. Officer, the control point is on me.
Good.
Early access puzzle game. Man, I want to read. I want to read everything that's going on in chat. When we're out of fire, I'll read it, guys. I promise. Now, a lot of people look at this game the first time. They're like, "Wow, these guys are freaking bullet sponges. You're like shooting them in the head." But it's actually because this is more of like an action RPG than it is a shooter. It's a looter shooter, I know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's more like an action RPG. And so you have monsters that scale with your character, essentially.
Yeah, it's really not like a tactical RPG.
Yeah.
It's not a tactical shooter at all.
There's a vet out there. You want to get him?
Yeah, I'm going for him. Probably some kind of
All right, well, you're doing that.
operator or something.
Let's see.
I got him.
It's an early access puzzle horror game. It's pretty fun. Sarah and myself have, and some others, enjoy what is out for the game so far. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Duds, man. I miss you, my dude. I miss you. Duds, so my buddy Duds here, who was one of my students in one of my classes, he and I, working together, we came up with a collaborative term, the way that we help each other out, called destructive criticism, and it was great. By the way, for those who don't know, Jake, my buddy in California, who's playing with me tonight, he used to be an instructor at Newmont, and in fact, was my instructor at Newmont. And, okay, I just clipped through an environmental car, and I was tagged as outside of the play area, and so it warped me back in. Anyway, yeah, Jake was one of my instructors from 2008 to 2010, and during that time, he and I became, like, he maintained a proper professional distance, but we did become buddies, and we played tabletop RPGs together, and he was, like, the advisor for the order and the clubs that we had, and then when I graduated, he and I maintained our friendship, and then we became co-workers, and now we're, like, dear friends.
You made it easy to maintain a professional relationship. 'Cause I don't know if you were like avoiding classes at that time, but I don't think you only took one or two classes.
I want to say I took 2 from you. And then I know I took Java 2 from you. And
yeah, I was the Java 2 guy.
And I believe you were the, like, backup / co-teacher for Logic.
Yep, I mostly just sat in that room at Mr. Finley's teaching.
Yep, that's right. That is correct. Oh, dude!
That was my...
I haven't done the weekly. Guys!
Yep, let's do it.
Now that I gave away some of my food.
Oh, do you need... Is food this week?
It is food this week. Do that, do that, do that. Yeah, I am short 173 food.
Oh, ouch.
Yar.
Do you need an 1886?
I do not, thanks to
Optimal
you.
Range and Vindictive.
Ooh. No, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Although Vindictive would be
Break it down.
hot. Do you mind if we hit the boo really quick and cash out some stuff? Does he know the llama story? Oh, Jake was there when the llama story happened.
Yep.
And you better believe we
And a
told
certain
Jake
director of
everything.
Certain director of marketing thought that Llamas wasn't professional enough.
Yes. See?
And
Keep going. You're doing great. You're doing great.
so Newmont Knights was supposedly more marketable to the dismay of literally every person who cared.
So true, though. So true. I
Literally
love...
everybody who cared or had any stake in the decision.
I
was
love
bad.
that the person who made that decision said, "We are not marketing llamas." Like, that was word for word what that person said. We are not marketing llamas. And I admit I wasn't there to hear it for myself, but we had a close, trusted friend who was there when this was said. And they told us this information. So it comes from a good source. And yeah, we are not marketing llamas. And then Jake, do you remember what happened to the Newmont Knights after it quote unquote launched?
Nothing happened to it. It was never used.
In the chat it says, and then they wholly failed to market Knights.
Well, because there was absolutely no passion behind it. No one gave a crap.
That's right.
It was just like, okay, we have a mascot that nobody wants or needs.
That is 100%
Nobody asked
correct.
for that mascot.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do this one.
Well,
Yeah.
I picked up a blue screen on the weekly.
Oh, nice. I need more food, and then I can share.
It's not as good as the one I have. How's your blue
It's
screen?
not as good as the one you've got. Mine is God rolled.
Oh, well then this guy is getting donated.
Yes,
for
it
experience.
is. So when they
Proficiency, excuse me.
let's see, I do have a new lefty. Let me sort by name. When they were trying to breathe some new life back. So Division 2, by the way, like what, 2 seasons ago, was like
Yeah.
heading toward end of life. But then, as they announced things like Heartland, and there's a new mobile version coming out, as they announced those things, all of a sudden Div 2 started spiking in popularity again. And they decided instead to go ahead and like commit to doing more with it. And they started releasing like new seasons. As part of that, to give something to the pros, because there are like some serious pro Division 2 players out there, like Nothing But Skills, hats off to you, my friend. Identity, you'd make amazing builds. LDB Gaming, I think it is. I used to watch his stuff all the time. Rogue Gold, can't forget him. And I was part of that voting. It was amazing. Oh, heck yeah. We're going to come back to that in a second. Those pros, like they've put thousands of hours into this game, which is unreasonable, but it works great for their brand, right? In order to make it interesting for them, they added a new expertise system, the ability for you to gain levels of expertise and usage in different armor and weapons. And in so doing, you can purchase, like once you hit 10 ranks, you can purchase the next expertise level for that item, and it increases the damage or it increases the armor by a small percentage. And you can do that 20 times. I don't know if you caught it, but my expertise level is currently 4. I love this game. I've put a lot of hours into this game. Jake's put more hours into this game. And
Shameful how many hours I put into this game.
And you can only upgrade your weapons and your gear to the same level of expertise that you have. And you can get up to 20. I'm at 4. So that gives you some measure of how long it takes to get through all of that. Where is it? I still don't own a bighorn. Do you know that? I still don't have a bighorn.
That's just sad.
It is sad. And I also don't have an eagle bearer, and that's just understandable. Because you can only get the eagle bearer via raid. And the raids are ridiculous, guys. They're fun, but they're ridiculous. Hey, are you giving me a firm handshake?
I am giving you a firm handshake. I was waiting for a pause in your commentary.
Oh, not me. I never stopped talking. You were my teacher, you know. Let me check it out, because I do have a firm handshake, as any of my students will tell you.
I have 2. One that I respect for skill, and one that I've got for damage. So they're
That makes
both
sense.
very... It's nice to have 2.
You're not wrong. I think I will hang on to this firm handshake. Thank you. It's just nice to say, plutonium. How is your plutonium? Fine. Thank you. Looks like I have another Heraldry. Huh. Okay. I'll get rid of that one. I don't need that one anymore. All right, cool. So,
Do you have any more activities aside from the bounty?
I believe I do. I need a rescue op and a territory control, and then the bounty.
Okay, so you'll have to select them because they're... oh no, I have the territory control.
Sweet.
I do not have the rescue op.
Let me go donate some
did it
stuff,
while
break
you
stuff
guys were-
down.
While you were getting set up. Sorry.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Whoops. Let's do this. Let's break stuff down because we need the inventory space. Looks good. And then mods. Oh, apparently I had some mods marked for garbage that I hadn't broken down anyway. Let's just take a quick look at some of these. I have 5 blind and deaf. Okay, so in the chat, by the way, hang on a second. Blind, yeah, I don't need those two. That's fine. Okay, so in the chat, it talks about it was a peer leader and faculty lunch that made the llamas official. Tim, of course, voted against it, only to spite you, in the sense. Yeah, so, yeah. About that. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. So, my buddy Tim, who has been at Newmont off and on over the years, he... Apparently, I found this out later, and actually he told me to my face eventually, but he would proactively vote against the llama. He was part of the fourth floor executives at that point, and he would proactively vote against the llama. And he told me it was a joke because he was like, I'm kind of like, yanking his chain and stuff. Here's the truth. It was a real vote. It was really weighing in on stuff. And Tim's a no-nonsense guy. He's a fun guy. He's a good guy. But Tim's a no-nonsense guy. 100% he did not do it just as a joke. He found it funny.
I don't believe it.
He found it funny, but did not do it as a joke. He absolutely did it for realsies, which is why it took so long for it to become real, but it was an unstoppable force. It was amazing. The students got behind it. The most successful fundraiser at Newmont for a long time, it might still be, I'm not sure, was a student came up with llama stickers with the Newmont symbol on it, and it sold like gangbusters for the fundraiser project. It was incredible. Yeah, it took a long time for the llama to become what it is now, but I'm kind of glad. Because as it remained an underground movement kind of thing, people treasured it more, they respected it more, and there was something special about it, right? Like it had that underground movement feel. And then when marketing said, hey, you know what, we're going to go ahead and market this. It's officially unofficial mascot. And I'm like, look, you say it's the unofficial mascot, but you put it in literally every social media post. Every post. Like, it's the mascot now. And then Aaron Reed, they decided to make it official. I think actually, Tim was still there. He would leave shortly after I left. They decided to make it official. They announced it that December 2020. Yeah, December 2020. And I did not know that was going to happen, and I had already made the decision that I was going to give my 1 quarter notice, my 3-month notice, so that I could move back into industry. So they make the announcement. They have a whole hullabaloo. It's like the last day of school before winter break, and when that day was over, I went up to Aaron Reed's office and I sat down. And I said, "So, I just want you to know." But a student came up to me and patted me on the back, and he was like, you did this. This is your legacy. You made this happen. And I could not be more thrilled that everyone got behind the movement and made it what it was. Because it doesn't matter how many times I told the story. If nobody cared or if it wasn't important to anybody, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
But it did happen, and now it's the official mascot. And from what I can tell, everyone loves it. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems like everyone loves it. And in the chat, it was all, not with you telling us the story. And we were like, no, we want llamas. And it's like, for sure. And now it's got a cool history. Yes, the fact that it was like an underground thing that we had to like fight against the power, and then the power was like, you know what, the llama is the right thing to do. Then like it made it so much more special. There's also a comment here, and I don't know if I ever told you the story, Jake, but as the longer I taught at Newmont, the more I was able to a certain degree, I discovered things I could get away with, like I did that I probably wouldn't have I didn't do when I first started teaching, right? But then, and maybe you did something similar, but like the longer you teach, the more you're like, I bet you I could push that boundary. I bet you I could do something, So one of the things, one of the things I did in my class, and I think I've told you about this too, is I would always warn students, you can't be silent in my class the whole quarter. I will eventually call on you. I will use the Krebsinator. The Krebsinator will call on you when you are least prepared, stuff like that, right? And in every class, there's always a student or two who is the least prepared at any given moment. and one of the things that happened is, like, if a student won't answer me, I will start, like, getting uncomfortably close to them, so that they'll what I'm doing, in truth, I'm going to reveal my hand here, but what I'm doing is called stress inoculation. I know they're uncomfortable. I know they don't want to answer this in public. I know about those things, and I'm trying to inoculate them against that unreasonable discomfort or fear they have of being wrong in public, because it's so important to our industry to be wrong fast, and then fix it, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I would stare them down at first, and then I would start crawling on the table like a mountain lion. And I would Spider-Man my way. There was this one kid, he was 3 rows in. And I crawled across the tables, around and over people's laptops. If a laptop was in my way, I would gently push it to the side, and then I would keep crawling. And then I got to him, moved his laptop out from in front of him, and then I Spider-Man perched right in front of him and just stared at him, waiting for the answer. As I was doing this, a student pulled out their phone and started videoing everything. That video still gets talked about, as you will see here in this chat. As it says, I also still have videos of you crawling across tables to Kirkley, referring to a very specific student. And I don't mind saying his name, because he and I have talked about this story, and he still thinks it's funny too. But yes, I crawled across the table, and there's pictures of me, there's videos of me doing this. It's not the only video like that exists, and I will not apologize for art. So, someone said, still a key memory of mine when Paige and I Christmas bombed your office with the mini tree and a llama topper. Oh my gosh, that was such a special... Like, they put Christmas lights in my office, and they had this little mini Christmas tree that the lights terminated at, and they had a llama on top of it. It was so... I kept that the whole time I was at for the rest of my time at Newmont. I kept it, just so you guys know. And I took...
That's the kind of thing you do.
That's the kind of thing you do. And I took everything that was llama related with me when I left. So I still have it. The Nerf guns thing. Did I ever tell you about the Nerf guns, Jake?
Maybe. You can tell me again.
I will tell you again. It was the no. It was the no question mark at the end of the question. So, and then after this, we'll play a little bit more, and then we'll call it a night. But, I decided to do an experiment where I told everyone, okay, I do my best to make sure that you guys are, like, paying attention, that you're focused on what we're doing, because we move very, very fast, and you pay a lot of money to be here. I want to help you stay focused. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to ask you guys to help me, because I can't catch everyone all the time. I'll catch people, but not all the time, right? So I came up with this rule where you were allowed to bring a Nerf gun to class. It had to be a pistol, couldn't be a rifle, could not be one of, like, the super duper hard ball shooter things. Because everyone's at such close range, that wouldn't be kind. But, a rack pistol kind of thing. Not a bad thing. You can go ahead and bring those. And if you spy one of your fellow classmates dinking around on the interwebs instead of doing their work, or just totally goofing off, or asleep, you are allowed to shoot them. And because it's Nerf or nothing, right? And so I was like, yeah, you can shoot your classmates if they are goofing off or sleeping. And so then I made this rule. And then the next day, you have certain students who are like, oh, that sounds like fun. I think I'll go get a gun. And there were so many students who were like, I have 27. I just don't know which one to bring. And then they would, like, I had one of my favorites. One of my favorite things that any of the students did was one kid had a thigh drop holster that fit his Nerf gun. And so he wore that to class. And so he had it like slung on his thigh, and it was brilliant and great. And it was even one of those Nerf guns that was like a hammer draw. So you use your thumb to pull the hammer back, and that primes the piston. Super great. Anyway, it didn't last long, sadly. But I would say at least 60% of the class would bring Nerf guns, right? Like somewhere between 40 and 60% would bring Nerf guns to class. And what a hero. And what would happen is I'd be teaching, I'd be discussing something, I'd be talking about interfaces or delegates or something like that. You know, a topic that can be a little hard to chew on or isn't that interesting, whatever the case may be. And while I'm teaching, all of a sudden I would hear click, click, cha-chunk, click, click. And I would turn and I would look. And I could see who was racking their weapon. Because what happened was sort of like this, they came up with like their own jungle rules to a certain degree, where it was like, look, we're going to rack our weapons, and that is your one warning to pay attention. And so, like, people would start racking, and they wouldn't be all quiet ninja about it. They would do it as loud as they could. Shunk, shunk, click, click. And they would put their gun like on the table first, then rack it, then start pointing it. And you would not believe the number of students who didn't notice until it was too late. And then this barrage, all these like darts and stuff just bouncing off it, and then, hey, you know, it's like, oh, I guess you should have been paying attention. You know, it was
if
great.
I was one of those guys, I would have ripped a recording from The Lord of the Rings. I see you. Before I fired.
What's funny is, like, as I would notice people racking, my teaching would change. I would like look out and I would slow down, maybe even pause for a second, because I want to see who's not paying attention based on the context clues. And then I would like nod and I would just keep going like nothing was any different. But there was still that moment that if their ears had been perked a little bit, they would have noticed that my speech had changed. And they also would have noticed the several pieces of plastic racking violently to take them down, right? Oh, man.
That's the point. They weren't paying attention.
That is absolutely correct. Now, it's true it didn't last long, because as I was walking back from lunch one day, wouldn't you know it, my old buddy Tim.
Oh, no.
Caught me as I was walking back from lunch. I was like, hey, Tim. He goes, hey, Krebs. He goes, hey, you do that Nerf thing in class? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, stop it immediately. And I was like, okay. and then he went on to explain, he's like, yeah, you know, we just don't want anyone to get shot in the eye, and it's kind of a liability, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's because kids are bringing guns to school. Let's be honest for a second. It's Nerf. Like, I realize Nerf it has a very low percentage of injury, but never zero. I get that. Thank you very much to a very special friend of ours who literally bled at every Nerf event we held at Newmont. But, I understand where they were going with it. I understand why they didn't like it. I totally get it. But dang, that was fun. That was fun and effective.
I accidentally once shot one of my direct reports in the eye. And he had to go see a doctor for it. The doctor said that he might need like ongoing treatment and fill a workman's comp. I told him, dude, if you are being treated by an incident that happened at work, I need you to fill out a workman's complaint and make a safety report so you are protected. He's like, what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, dude, I will. So I told him in person. I sent him an email and I pinged him over Slack. I said, this is your final warning. You need to make a workman's complaint. I don't think he ever did, but I tried to do the right thing.
Oh my gosh. Also in the chat, no one liked that we had to stop, but we all understood why. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so I still want to... I'm trying to decide what build to run. I kind of want to run Tip of the Spear, but I think I remember there being a deficiency in my Tip of the Spear. Like, I think I'm missing a piece.
Well, that's funny.
I know, right?
I'm running Tip of the Spear. I just changed.
Oh, nice. My only goal is so for folks at home. You may have noticed I was going over here to the specializations table. I have the flamethrower and the minigun maxed out, but I'm still working on the missile launcher, the grenade launcher, and the crossbow. I also have the sniper maxed out. So I'm trying to run builds where the specialization makes sense, and thus I can gain more upgrade points while I'm using it, right? In truth, I have a generic build called the Special Grind, which is based on Heartbreaker, which is like the new meta in the game. And it's okay. I've kind of gotten bored with it, but I think I'll run it just so I can show you guys how this thing works. The 4 green pieces are a gear set, and they give you special perks that no other gold item can give you, right? And they do it by number of pieces, very Diablo-esque. This should look pretty familiar. It is best with an assault rifle LMG combination. I might even, but I purposely run a shotgun on this, and you'll see why in a little bit. But the idea here is that you do extra damage to pulsed enemies. So there's a pulse skill, and head shooting an enemy will pulse them temporarily. And for every hit on a pulsed enemy, you gain a stack. That stack gives you an extra % of bonus armor and an extra % of damage to pulsed enemies. Oh, did they just change that to pulsed enemies only? I thought it was... Didn't it used to be damage period, or was it always damage to pulsed?
No, it was always damage.
Okay, that's fair. So anyway, so I purposely run this with a shotgun build. Well, also, backpacks and chests will have an additional perk modifier. In this case, the backpack says your bonus armor goes from 1 to 2% per stack. So you can get quite a bit of bonus armor, and the chest says that you go from a maximum of 50 stacks to 100 stacks. So if you do the quick math, that's 200% bonus armor and 100% bonus damage against pulsed enemies.
And it's hot.
It is freaking hot. I purposely run this shotgun because this shotgun, rock and roll, is fully automatic. So it doesn't hit as hard as most other shotguns, but it has 30 rounds in the drum. And it's just pam, 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 pam. You build up 100 stacks real fast because every pellet counts. All right. Or when you, let's see. Honestly, one of my memories from that class was giving a presentation drugged up on meds after being in the hospital for class. And everyone was like, "What are you doing? Go home, you poor soul." I do remember that. Or when you walked around the basement with me because you were feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, and we just quietly talked for a little while. I'm really glad that helped. I think every teacher has those moments with students, and they're hoping that they're doing something supportive and something that's effective. I know Jake helped me. I had some real hard times at Newmont, and Jake was a huge help to me. And so I'm glad to hear that that's a memory that you hang on to, because hopefully that means that it did you that it helped you in a way that was useful. So I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Sitting in a chair has a non-0% rate of injury as well. They should have given us standing desks. Are you kidding me? Have you seen how many Newmont students hurt themselves standing? Anyway. All right, so we've got time for just one more thing, and then we got to call it a night. But let's see. What do we have? It was over here.
Territory control?
Territory control it is. And I'm going to fast travel to the classified assignment. No, I'm not, because apparently I haven't done that one. I'm going to fast travel to Jefferson Trade Center.
Yeah, that works.
Jake, do you miss being a teacher?
I miss a lot of things about being a teacher. I don't miss the ridiculously low pay. I don't miss grading at all.
Pulsing. Guys, if you look at my health, you see those blue pips? That is the bonus armor from stacks. That gives you an idea of how many stacks I just picked up in 2 kills. And Jake has this build too, so he knows. Oh, he knows. I miss the actual teaching. I miss being in the room with the students.
Yes.
I miss actually like helping people. I miss that aspect. I also don't miss the things that you don't miss.
I absolutely miss. I miss the mentoring.
Oh no!
I miss.
How did I run out of
watching people-
armor? I had so much armor and I just got ganked mad. Okay, I'm gonna play it up.
Here you go. Have some help.
Shanks, pal. Appreciate that. Reloading.
He's going down.
Thank you very much for that. I'm gonna go get this punk right there. There we go. Holy crap! Thank you for the skin out there. Yeah, if I could have a steady gig where I was able to come in, do the teaching part, get paid a reasonable amount for just doing that level of work, in addition to my 9 to 5 or whatever.
Playing the harmonica.
Right? I hear
I've
it.
never seen this in this game before.
Wait. We got gestures for this. Let's see, what is... We're gonna do... Come on. Oh my gosh, There we are. Come on. Why is it not doing the thing? Play emote. There we are. You're all Bollywood, and I'm all disco. Hairmaster Yarf. Oh, it's good to see you, Riles. Yeah, that was... Whew. That was interesting. But yeah, I desperate... Like, honestly, I would love to be teaching Intro and OOP again. I would love to be teaching C# again. And I want to teach classes that include version control, pairing, and test-driven and behavior-driven development. Like, I want to teach those things. Those things did not really get taught very much, if at all.
I tried to make sure that they were included in every project I ran.
Which makes sense. Hey, look, a scavenger! But not for long. Get it. What's our world tier right now?
Purple.
Heroic.
It's
How
heroic.
How are we getting purples on heroic? What a travesty.
That's not right.
It is not right, and I don't agree with it. Yes, you are.
Right.
Reloading. Crossing your line. Well done.
Can you see the pestilence I spread?
I can't.
Aww.
But, okay, so
bad.
Jake is talking about an exotic perk on an LMG called the Pestilence. It spreads these toxic sickness flags, and as an enemy takes more flags, they take more damage per second, and when they die, they give the remaining flags, because they're on a timer, they give the remaining flags to all the enemies within us, or I think to an enemy within a certain range.
Yes, to an enemy that's close enough.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Go. Oop, shields up. Reloading. Shotgun. Good, he's down. Yeah, the cool thing about a shotgun is that if you aim high enough, one of the pellets is bound to hit the face, and the rest of it's going to hit the body, for the most part. There we go.
Right behind you. Right behind you.
Happy to see it. Reloading. Ugh. Gosh dang it. There's the key. I'll get it in a second. Okay, I'm gonna get the key now because you got the others. That coof. Coof. Funk.
It's too much fun.
Here we get some gear. Sweet. There's a rifle I don't need. There we go.
That took no time at all.
That
We
took
should
no
finish
time.
With the,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Everyone loves a good one-shot build. That is so true, though. That is so true. I'm pretty sure that presentation was the only time I was allowed to have my head on the table and rest, all because I felt bad about being out for a few days and not having been able to help my team as much as I wanted to. I totally hear what you're saying. We've all had that experience. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been on project teams where I was the carry, and I've been on project teams where I was not the carry, by a long shot. Let's see. For the manhunt, the bounty is what is all we need left, right?
No, you said you needed a hostage rescue, I think?
Oh, I think you're right. Let me check it really quick. Yeah, I need hostage rescue. Let's check the map. That is supply drop. That is something else.
So I couldn't resist. There's a supply convoy, like, right next to us.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's pick a fight. I need the supplies. I need the food. I need the food. For the weekly.
Oh,
Pulsing.
perfect. We just have to make sure we don't get too close to the control point that's out there.
Yeah, you got a good
Then
point.
Then we'll be fully engulfed in the control point.
Switching weaps.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
You think?
Reloading. They're on our left.
Pulsing. Oh, incoming nade. Watch out. Reloading.
Mine's out.
There we go.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Okay, watch out. I'm gonna pulse.
There's so much pestilence out there, it's not even funny.
It is funny. I highly disagree. It is hilarious. Falling back.
And I went down.
You went down. Oh, dang. Okay, I'm coming to you. Come on. My gosh. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pop my shield. There we go. It's not going to last long, though. That's okay. It's all we need.
Thank you.
Pulsing. Blind fire. Gives me all the stacks, mother trucker. Eat it, punk. Is there like a heavy gun on us? There is like a turret up top.
Okay, we finished the resource convoy.
Nice.
So we can pick up the food and go.
Just want to disable that turret if I can.
Well, that's the...
I know, I
control
know,
point
I
that we
know.
didn't want to do.
I know. I'm just really disappointed that that thing is still shooting at us. There, I got its ammo can. I probably should have taken that. Oh, thank you, supplies. Supplies! Here we go. Alright.
Okay, so you got us headed towards the thing we actually want to do?
Actually, I couldn't find one in this zone. I'm going to take cover and check the map.
Well, maybe we have to switch to your instance. Because I did it before you got on, while you were setting up.
Oh, that's a good point. Should we hit the safe house then and then do a world switch?
I don't think it'll make a difference. You should just leave you should leave my instance and I'll join on.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so I am at the safe house now. I will... Oh, that was too much. There we go. This one, leave group.
You have left the group.
Okay, so now I should be in my own instance now. Let's see. It doesn't say any different. Go ahead and join on me.
Understood?
You have been promoted
Thank you.
to group leader.
Looking for
You are now group leader.
rescue operation. Got it marked.
An agent from your clan has joined your team.
It's actually in the same place we just were.
Wonderful.
That's a rip, mate. Indeed. If I open my team's chess presentation with, who wants to play chess? Well, too bad. It doesn't work. But remember wanting to, because that project had me so stressed. You know what? So, I think I told you guys this when I was teaching you, but the first year they decided to do the chess project was my second quarter at Newmont. And it was what we had to do for our class project. It was gnarly, to say the least. I got his belt. No, I don't. There it is. Thank you very much. Thank you for the cover on that one. Get rid of that. Okay, pushing on to the objective. If we don't have to get involved in that fight, I'm okay with skipping it, but if they fight us, then we'll kill them.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ooh, smalls. There we go. That's hilarious with the chess thing, though. Connect 4. You know what? I gotta be honest with you. So, like, Connect 4 was something I came up with because I was like, well, what else could we do that's like a board game and that has, like, these qualities? And Connect 4 came up, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. It ended up being a much better project than I thought it was going to be, and I thought it was dope. But I understand that it challenged a lot of students, and it's understandable why. Like, if you don't have certain experience, then yeah, it's extremely challenging. But when students would, like, crack the recursive algorithm for win check and stuff like that, oh my gosh, it became a sexy, sexy piece of code. Wait a second.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, whatever we were on, it looks like it moved. It moved.
Well, that's dumb.
It is dumb.
You
I mean, we were there. We
running
did our
in the
job.
Wrong direction.
I never did it. I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to do it. You know what, though? With the experience that you have now, with the knowledge that you have now, if you ever did feel like going back and revisiting it, even if it was just like console-based and just the back-end game logic, I bet you would totally get it now, and you would slay it. Because you know so much more now than you did before.
So, what language did you guys do chess in when you did it for your project?
Java.
So this was for Java 1?
Yes.
So was this the same iteration of the chess game that you did or I taught? Because I'm pretty sure the one you did is different than the one I taught.
Okay, so the one that I experienced as a student was a joint effort between Aaron Pace, Steve Halliday, and Tyler Young.
And I thought that was the dumbest thing, the way they ran that class. But anyway.
Well, you know, it was the first iteration, right?
I'll tell you what I really think.
Oh, yeah!
Those guys were great teachers,
yes.
But I thought the whole notion of a chess engine and the way they ran the project was like hubris.
Yeah.
Like,
my looking back on it, my gripe is that we were first years in our second semester, and we were tackling Java for the first time. It was an unfair thing to ask.
it was way too complicated. Way too complicated.
Now, I will say that, you know, necessity and the object, you know, is the mother of invention and innovation and all that stuff, right? But that said, like almost every team rose to the occasion. We all found a way.
Learning experience.
Yeah, it was painful. It was tough.
And like any Halliday experience, the rate of failure was 20% higher than it should have been.
Also true. And not like 20% of the failure rate, it was an additional 20% of the class. But that was also the class that had some real heavy hitter names. I don't want to say them on stream because I don't have the permission, but there were some real heavy hitters in that class that went on to do some pretty cool and important things. And they absolutely did great. But that same... There was a trifecta at that time. The three students who were always together on a project because they were always great together. That trifecta was smoking everyone. For those who don't know, the chess project, when I was a student, you had to build an intelligent AI, and then they would pit the AIs against each other using common chess notation for communication.
See, and I thought the ability to write a common chess AI is not like teaching the fundamentals of object-oriented programming using Java.
I mean, it definitely
that was
benefits
my-
from that, but...
I don't know. I didn't think it was a good learning framework.
It was not
Because,
fair to ask of our level.
well, especially because at the end of the day, you guys were ranked by how well your engine did.
Yeah.
And I thought that was absolute, like, incorrect for an educational
I mean,
environment.
that's based on, like, code competition mentality, right? I will say that the trifecta did incredibly well. And then my team got in there, and even though we had a rather plebeian approach to our AI, we absolutely smoked them. Because what we did in our group was we ended up making sort of a composite AI, or rather an AI in parts. And so we had a specialized AI that would attempt to perform the 4-move Queen's Gambit check. And the game was over so fast that because so many other engines crashed during the demo or during the competition, the game ended so fast they thought maybe something broke, and we thought something broke, and then someone goes, "No, it's checkmate. They won," meaning my team won. In addition to the 4-move checkmate,
Because they didn't defend against.
they didn't
the
defend
Queen's
against
Gambit.
it. In addition to that, I did not write that AI, but I wrote the AI. No, wait, I did write that AI, and I wrote the AI that, as part of that, I included a check to see if they were doing the same thing. And if they made certain moves, I would make a defensive move, break out of my AI, and the standard AI would take over. So I would foil their attempt to do a 4-move checkmate, and then we would play the game with our AIs from that point on.
Right.
And so it was a great moment to see the trifecta lose the first round because they weren't prepared for that. But on the fly, they updated their code, patched it, resubmitted, and then played again.
Oh, that's not allowed.
It was allowed. Like, they got permission. It was all done out in the open. It was all over the table. Like we were all like, yeah, sure, go
It
ahead.
shouldn't have been allowed.
It was, considering that we were second quarter students, it was kind of amazing what we pulled off. But it was, like, looking back on it, I mean, oh my gosh, what a pile of trash code we wrote, right? So, but we were second quarter students. We did our best. All right, I'm going to go back to the boo, and it's already 11:30 Mountain, so I think we're going to pull the plug here. You should have reprogrammed your engine to play a different gambit while they did that. Well, the difference between us and them is that they were, like, really strong coders, and the team that I was on, Jake, there was a certain person on my team that I genuinely threatened to stab in the hand with a pen if they didn't stop making the same asinine suggestion over and over again.
How did you end up on a team with that guy?
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you agreed to be on a team with him.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
guess it was quarter 2, and maybe you just
It was-
didn't know any better yet?
well, that was part of it, but also Aaron Pace, as he always did, made the teams, and he auto-generates them. I'm going to put that in quotes because I think they're auto-generated, but I don't know. I ended up
He didn't auto-generate.
on that team with our friend Bambrick, as well as some other people whose names I'll share with you later off stream. But I ended up there with Bambrick. We had one of the few girls in the cohort on our team. We had a tall minor league baseball player turned computer programmer. And then we had this professional troll. And this professional that guy, he made the same
That
suggestion.
guy.
The suggestion was, because when we were doing the project, at first you do a random AI, an AI that makes moves that are legal, but randomly chosen so that the AI can play the game, just not intelligently. And then we were at the phase where you had to make an intelligent AI. And he kept saying, so here's what I think we should do. And he had talked about, he had talked about building a chess game in high school, which was better than I had done, right? So I was like, cool, let's talk about this. And I heard him out every time. And he was like, here's what I think we should do. We should make an AI that chooses a piece randomly and then chooses a random move. And he said it like it was a new idea every time, and he knew what he was doing. He wasn't just, like, oblivious. He knew exactly what he was doing. Living in Cali, I still have yet to hear dog. We'll talk about that in a second, because something along that line's really funny happened. Anyway, so he said that, and we're stressed. We're under pressure. We're trying to figure this thing out. We're all struggling because if I haven't said it enough, we were only in our second quarter and it was our first time with Java. Like, we were really wrestling with, okay, I guess I can't say it was our first time with Java. We did have TICS. We had topics in computer science, which was taught in Java. but was that second quarter?
It's like baby Java.
Yeah, that was baby Java, right? It was baby Java. It wasn't real Java. And so, yeah, we were wrestling. We were struggling. We were having a hard time. And then every so oft, the troll would speak up. And he would say, wait a minute, guys, I've got an idea. And then we'd all look at him. And he would say, we randomly move a piece. And the third or fourth time he set us up for that, I didn't even look at his eyes. And I said, I swear to you, if you suggest a random AI, I will stab you in the hand with this pen. And he did not say a word at that moment. And then we went on and we tried to figure some other stuff out. It is also important to note that, like, we had divvied up the responsibilities. That's why I had the 4-move checkmate offense defense AI. Tall Baseball, he had the primary AI because he was the one who was like number one at writing that code at that time. 2 of our other teammates were like research and assist for each of us, for both Baseball and myself. And then Troll was supposed to have another part, like a third AI that had a different algorithm. And guys, get ready, all my new monters, get ready for it. Here it goes. The day it was due, he came to school and said, I lost all my work. I can't find it anywhere. All my code is toast. What's funny is that Baseball said, well, hang on a second. There's a way to recover some of those files. And he goes, what, really? And so Baseball gets on his computer, starts fishing around, finds files that were started when we started as a team. They just hadn't been touched in about a week and weren't very far along. So yeah. Yeah. I love this in the chat. It's like, oh, he just didn't do it. Before they okay, now guys, I know you're all
hadn't heard about SVN blame.
Okay, well, we didn't even have we didn't know about subversion yet. And for those of you guys who don't know, that was the main protocol prior to Git even existing or becoming popular. We didn't have Git yet, but we did have something called subversion. And so we started using something called Tortoise SVN, which had its own problems, but it was better than zero. But on our project, we didn't have SVN because we didn't understand what it was. And so we shared code via USB key. And now you know why. When we would get into project classes, I would say, do not share code via USB. It's a bad idea. Because I did it, and it sucked.
No. That's not really sharing code.
That's not really.
That's copying files and praying.
Before we call the stream for the night, I do need to talk about dog. So, I think I told you this, Jake. I had this shtick that I would do, where I would say, when I was talking about different object classes, I would be like, so you can have a dragon or a spaceship, and then my common one was to say, or a dog. But I would purposely pull a Central California, more urban approach to it. I would say dog, right?
Yeah.
And I had a couple students, one in particular that stands out in my mind, but I had a couple students who would be like, dude, please stop. Don't say it like that. Because I don't know if you guys can tell on the stream, I know lighting's kind of tricky. I am exceedingly Caucasian. Like, more Caucasian than the average Caucasian.
You're so Caucasian you lack a soul.
Right? No, I was born a ginger. I have many souls. Anyway, so so I would be like, so you'd have a person or a student or a dog. And then I would always have like one student here and there that would be like, oh, like it would make them groan. And I would be like, this is how you spell it. And I would write it on the screen and I would spell it D-A-W-G.
D-A-W-G.
That's right. See, there's my home. There's my homie in California. and this one student who especially despised this would say, Mr. Krebs, I no, he's like, why do you say it like that? And I was like, well, that's how we say it in California. He goes, I'm from California. We don't say it that way. And I was like, where in California? And I'm trying to remember what he said, but think
Malibu?
close. Like Nob Hill.
Okay.
And and then I'd be like, okay, they don't say it like that there. I agree with you. I was like, but I'm from Modesto, and I hold the record for least number of times stabbed, and I can tell you from experience that they say it Zaug in certain areas of California. And so in the chat, they were like, I'm in California, and I still haven't heard them say Zaug. And I'm like, bow, wow, wow. Yippee yo, yippee yay. You will. And so what's funny, so this one student who really, really hated it, and I know I'm probably going to hell for this, but this one student who really hated it, I was like, okay, so where you're from, how do they say it? And he was so exasperated with me, and I totally understand why. And he was like, dog? Like he was being kind of sarcastic and glib about it. He was like, dog? And I looked at him with wide eyes, and I go, okay, I'll say it like that. And so then we kept teaching, and I was like, so you could have, here's your class over here for like a die or for a zombie or a dog. And then it made him 10 times as mad, but it was a good moment for us. I did see him at graduation. We shook hands. I apologized for being an absolute jerk to him with the dog joke, but he was a good sport about it. And from what I understand, he's doing really well, and I can't but be happier. I can't be happier to give him a high five for his success. He's doing great, but I will absolutely maintain that in certain parts of California, they say Zaug with a W. I just need you. And the funny thing that happened, I was at Oracle Park in San Francisco, and I was buying a hot dog, and at multiple vendors with different product names, they always had at least one that was the dog with an AWG in California at the baseball. So just saying, it's a marketed thing.
Yes, 100%.
So looking at the chat now that I've talked everyone's ear off, let's see. It doesn't exist. I refuse to believe. Yeah, I know, but it's true. We were bad at subversion at the time. The casual seductive whisper, yellow card. That's another story. I'll tell you that sometime. Still not as pale as myself when I'm not sunburned. And Krebs, it's me, LMAO. Yeah, I know, but so Mr. Piggies, I was trying really hard to maintain your anonymity, but I'm glad that you came out and just said it, so that's fine. But I also I also want you to know, I'm no longer a teacher, so I hope you understand that I'm saying this 100% sincerely. I think you're awesome. I remember when you first got to Newmont, and I remember what you said about choosing Newmont, and I remember thinking, oh crap, he's not going to last long. And it wasn't because I thought you were unintelligent or incapable. It's because at that time, what you said communicated to me that you didn't want to be there or that you didn't care. And that worried me to death. But then you stuck with it. And it was honestly awesome to watch you grow into these skill sets that, at least in the beginning, seemed like you didn't care that much about. I watched you grow into them. And I know I didn't get to have you for a lot of classes toward the end. But, dude, you became fantastic. And for whatever it's worth, I just want to give you 27 high fives for all the hard work that you did when you didn't want to. And I think you're pretty awesome for doing that. So, there you go. Let's see. Someone said, sir, I'm paler than you. I said SoCal. He said SoCal. Yeah, I guess it depends on which part of SoCal. Should have said Midwest, exact pronunciation here too. Let's see. Krebs was the best part of that class. Dude, Thank you. By the way, that's from Mr. Daug. He said I was the best part of that class, so that's thank you for saying that. I was convinced for a time that you hated me, and maybe you did. I don't know, but if you did, I deserved it, and I'm glad that we're in a better place now. At least it was Dog and not Sunderland. Tequila Llama. They're clearly imported New Yorkers. I love the story. You were easily my top three in my top three teachers. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And that was seconded. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate that. I know when I get on stream, like I don't. First of all, I am not an attractive female. I don't have hundreds of thousands of simps coming to my stream, right? Instead, what I have are genuine people who know me, who show up because we have a relationship via the time that I was a teacher. And to be honest with you, I would gladly take 9 of you over 900 simps any freaking day. You guys are the best. Getting less and less classes was the real downside of getting closer to graduation. Any story involving me is fair game. Bring it. Heck yes, Riles. Heck yes. But most of my stories involving you are just hilarious, fun, like mutually beneficial stories anyway.
Wait, is Riley on the stream?
Yes, Riles is on the stream right now.
Dude, you should have jumped on.
His PS4 is down.
Oh, okay.
But not in the immortal words of Jafar from Aladdin, but not for long. So yeah, he's going to be repairing that very soon. The Palladium game for data modeling was best. Actually, I'm really glad to see that you guys remembered that project. For those of you who had data modeling with me, I didn't teach data modeling but like once or twice in nearly 10 years. So I'm glad that you remember that project. Can't say top 3 was number 1. Thank you very. I'm going to get victory, kid. Man, you guys are so great. I wish you guys could have had Jake though. So Jake's on the line with me. For those who didn't catch that already. Jake was one of my instructors, easily in the like you guys were saying, top 3 every time. Like it was easy peasy. In fact, he and I are still friends to this day because he's so great. So,
thanks for that.
You're very, very welcome, and thank you for what you taught me because it gave me a career. In case you hadn't noticed,
I did. I keep trying to recruit you.
Yeah, that's true actually. Mr. Piggy, was Jake Walking Horse there when you started? Because I didn't think he was there when you began. I thought he was already gone by the time you got there. Maybe not, though.
I was there through all of 2013. I left between fall term 2013 and winter term 2013.
Yeah, I thought Jake was already gone by then. But anyway, for whatever it's worth, Jake left as they brought Tom Beatty on. So if in your first quarter Tom Beatty was there, Jake was already gone. Coming into no kidding.
No, I worked with Tom for a quarter.
Was it 1 quarter? I thought it was a do-si-do.
No, I met Tom Beatty.
Okay.
I knew him.
So you were there. Okay. All right. So there was 1 quarter of overlap. Okay.
Yeah. He moved up to my office when I vacated it, right?
Yes, he took your office when you vacated.
But when I was there, he was on the 2nd floor.
So Mr. Piggies, you're coming in to visit? You're coming to was this before or after Warner left? This was long before Warner left. Warner was there for a long time after Jake departed. Sadly, I didn't last long at Newmont, but I finally got going with my passions. But I will hold my memories of Newmont close to okay. Professor Maple, me, thank you, and President Reed are my top... Aw, thank you very much. Can't wait to one day show you my projects I've been working on. Heck, yes. I would love to see your projects. Warner left the quarter we declared. Yeah, so that was long after Jake had departed. I don't think you got a chance to meet Jake. Jake, did you ever come back and speak on campus?
No, it never worked out.
Okay,
I wanted to, but like it was never a good time when I was able to visit Utah.
Yeah.
Because when I left, I moved here to California.
That makes total sense. Guys, I just want to stay on chat and just like hang out with everybody. Actually, hang on a second. I'm all new to this streaming thing you kids do. We're gonna go over here to the intermission.
That's funny. You spent more time on Newmont campus than I did. Well, it's not dead on this side. I can definitely hear you.
Let's go back over here. How about that? Is that better now? I hope that's better now. I'm going to check. Is my mic just straight dead? No, there it is. Okay, cool. I think it's because in my intermission scene, yeah. Sorry, guys. In my intermission scene, I don't have that microphone set up. That was my mistake. I'll fix that for next time. Sorry about that, guys. What I was saying was I love being on chat with you guys. I love sharing these fun stories with you. And there's part of me that just wants to have like an online get together. Like we don't even have to play games or anything. We can just like hang out and chat. I've been thinking about doing like you know, do you guys remember at Newmont we did a couple of live streams where we did like a talk show style thing talking about like upcoming games. At that time it was like the upcoming consoles, PS5, Xbox X and stuff like that. I would love to just have like a talk show style like that with Discord call-ins and such. I think that would be so much fun. Don't know if you guys agree with that thought, but I think it'd be fun to do that with you and just reminisce and have a good time. Because that's, to be honest, when I get on stream, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to seeing you guys and talking with you and sharing stories and just having a good laugh. So, yeah, and then you're right, Riles. We could base it in the Discord that you built, the server that you put together, and we could totally make that work. You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much for being here. You guys know how this ends every time, right? So get ready on your keyboards because here it comes. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so very much. And always remember to be epic. And then we look to the chat for what comes next. That's right. There it is. All these be epic don't sucks that are coming in. I need to make that a command. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. Thank you very much. See you soon.